Can I have a motion for the approval of the minutes of the March 8th, 2021 board meeting? Ms. Huddle,
I move that we approve the minutes of the March 2022 board meeting.
do I have a second? Mr. Lovelace seconds. Any discussion?
I apologize. I said March 2022, March 8th, 2021 board
Thank
minutes.
you. That stands changed in that we had a second. So all those in favor of approval of the minutes of March 8th, raise your hand. And that is 6. You weren't here. Yeah, and you. That'd be one abstention, though, right? Yeah, thank you. All right, and next is public participation. And we only have one. Ms. Kim Murphy.
Good evening. I've got some concerns about the capital projects budget and the limited $300,000 that is to be spent on school-related needs, and an abundance of projects on HVAC repair, replacement, as well as roofs. And I know some of the board members are kind of still wet behind the ears, but the concern is that it appears there may be some safety and security items that are critical, and also renovations that are critical, that are being overlooked in order to possibly use those for a future bond referendum. I think, as Mr. White once said before the other 2008 referendum, we need to have a project on there for everybody so we can get everybody out to vote for a referendum. But while we have funds available, we're using those funds on items that are less critical. So I'm wondering if maybe some of these HVAC projects could be postponed so that the more critical projects could be incorporated into the capital projects. The other thing is, back to the rezoning, and I feel like I want to put the onus on the administration. The report that was provided by the consultant was erroneous, full of, and I don't like to use this word, but manipulated data. It didn't show the true picture of where the growth is, where the growth isn't, what the enrollments of the existing enrollments are, what the effect of the rezoning would be on the existing schools. And a huge chunk of the Lake Murray attendance area is being carved out into to be placed in the Chapin attendance area. That area is where all the high growth is and where future subdivisions are already approved and houses are going to come out of the ground. Ms. Huddle mentioned a few more board meetings back and about the questioning Dr. Melton about the decision to place an attendance line between Chapin Elementary and Lake Murray Elementary, and that maybe maintaining the enrollment freeze might be a better situation until we understand the outcome of COVID and that we get more definite, accurate numbers to be able to make that kind of decision. Otherwise, what's being carved out of Lake Murray, their attendance area will be left with land only in Richland County where there's virtually no development. And the enrollment is going to continue to decrease, which is not a bad thing, but it's going to really drop because there's no development to continue to continue to feed the school. On the other hand, Chapin will be overcrowded. They'll be hit with the new students in the new houses that are coming out of the ground, and I'm concerned about the impact to the community for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy.